Hello friends, welcome to ASP.NET tutorial. In this video, we will see how to use the panel control and group the control using this panel control container. Panel control allows you to group the controls in the form. So it groups the control and all control belongs to single parent, and the parent will be panel here. Once grouped, we can show or hide the panel, which will do the same for all its grouped content. So that's the biggest advantage of grouping the control, right? So if there are 5 set of buttons, and if you want to show the button, you want to show all 5 buttons, or if you want to hide, you want to hide all 5 buttons. So in those cases, you can group those buttons under the panel container, then perform show or hide on the panel. So the property of the panel will get inherited to all its child. That means all 5 buttons will get the same property of the panel. That means if you are hiding the panel, the button contained inside the panel will get hidden. Below are the properties exposed by the panel control. One is grouping text. Displays header text for grouped control. Header text in the sense, if you place panel, you can display the header here in the panel. Horizontal align sets a horizontal alignment for the panel control. So that's one property. Grouping text is one property. Direction tells in what directions controls are added to the panel control. It will get added from left to right or from right to left, so that you can specify using the direction property. Default button, since a panel can have multiple buttons, using the default button you can tell which button will get invoked when user hits the enter button. So if there are multiple buttons in the form, using the default button you can tell which button will get invoked when user hits the enter button. So that's the use of default button. Using default button you can tell button 3 is default. Scroll bar shows a scroll bar in the panel when you add multiple control, when controls exceeds the size of the panel. Now let's go to the demo and see how panel control works. Alright, we will go to Solution Explorer and we will add a final form. And we will name it as panel control. Let's go to the design view and expand the toolbar. Here we will type below is the panel control. Then we will drag and drop a panel control. So you can see under standard there is a control called panel. We will drag and drop it here, and this is the panel control. and inside this we will place some sample button controls. So click on the button and drop it here, and we'll place one more button, and you can see the button controls are moving from left to right, and we will resize this panel. So there are 3 buttons at this moment. Let's go to source, and we will put text also as button 1, button 2, button 3. Right, you can edit either way in the property window or directly in the source window. So we have 3 buttons, right? Likewise, we can add more buttons. Let's go to the split view and add few more buttons. And if you see inside the panel, we will be housing all these control. When we are adding the button, all are placed inside the ASP panel. And once I save, you can see how the controls are aligning. Right, when there is no room, it automatically goes to the next line, and the panel is growing in size. So this time, if you see, we assigned grouping text, panel control demo, and you can see how it is appearing in the panel control. Let's click on the panel control again. Go to properties and direction. So left to right is the default, right? So that will not make any change, but when you put right to left, you can see how the buttons are placed. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6. It's moving from right to left, right? So let's go with the default left to right and rebuild the solution once and start without debugging. And you can see how the panel control is displayed, and it contains multiple buttons inside it. Now after this ASP panel, we will add 2 button controls. And here is the first button control, and we are naming it as show, and the second button control is hide. We already have the click event in our downloadable code, so all we have to do now is go to the properties, click on event and double click this, then do the same for second one also. Right, now we have the handler code ready. Here we are simply setting panel 1 dot visible equal to true, and in the hide button click handler we are stating visible equal to false. So if you look at here, we are controlling the visibility of panel only, and it will automatically hide its children's as well. Hide, you can see the panel control when it is hidden, it hides the child also, and when you show, the panel control is displayed along with the children's, right? Likewise, you can set multiple properties. So for example, like visible, you can set other global properties as well. Panel 1 dot for color, or let's go with enabled, and here we are simply setting enabled as false just for test purpose, and we will rebuild the solution. Rebuild all succeeded, so now we will launch it. Hide, show, and if you see, all buttons are hidden because we are hiding the panel. The panel hides all its children. I mean, disables all its children. We set enable property to false. That means we are disabling the panel control, and the panel control takes care of disabling all its children. That's all here in this video. We are ending this sub-series. Thank you for watching. Bye.